Hello people, do you want to do something like this? Then stick around whilst I go through the build and you'll be able to do something as cool as this and also help your team out tremendously. So the grenade of choice will be Storm Grenade, as this thing just slaps, say no more. So the first aspect is knock them down. What this does is whenever you punch something, you'll essentially get amplified and it will also give you health. We're going to pair this with Juggernaut. What this does is whilst running forward, it will also put a shield in front of you. When that shield breaks, it will consume the class energy that you've got. And whilst amplified, the frontal shield is also considerably stronger and we're going to always be amplified, so why not run around as a beefy tank? So onto the fragments. The first fragment is resistance. This will give you a resistance buff while surrounded. You're always going to be surrounded, so why not become beefier? Plus it adds strength to the stats. Spark of Amplitude will also form Orbs of Power whilst amplified. We're always going to be amplified, so Orbs of Power just be printing out loads. And the final aspect will be feedback, so whilst taking melee damage it also increases your melee damage, plus it adds resistance. So on to the armor mods. So first we're going to talk about the helmet. So we're going to be using Well of Ions, so whenever you pick up an arc well it will increase damage of your next hit. Pair this with a double set of hands on, so melee kills will also give you super energy and you're always going to be killing things with melee, so why not get super? So the arms will have Bountiful Wells and then 2 sets of champion mods. Change these out for whatever content you need to use them for. So the chest has Melee Wellmaker and then 2 sets of resistance mods. So the next one is Striking Light. So what this does is whilst Charge of Light, whenever you melee something, it will generate an orb of power for your team and it will consume a charge of light. And the secondary perk is while sprinting you'll get a damage reduction, which is good, and then paired with these 2 mods you will also get melee energy cooldown for every orb that you pick up. And finally the class armor mod. So we've got Elemental Charge, so the wells will get us charge of light, and the class item that improves our super damage whilst amplified, which we will be all the time. And then the final mod will be amped up, so amplified lasts for longer. So let's have a look at the exotics. So the first one is the insurmountable SKULLFORT. So what this does is whenever you punch something with your melee, it will generate health and it will also restore the melee energy, which is really good. So in hindsight you can run around just shoulder charging, generating wells, generating orbs, and then just it's an infinite circle really. And then by some miracle you've run out of melee energy. We've paired the Monte Carlo up with this, so whenever you kill something with the weapon it will also generate melee energy for you, so you can get back into the fight of generating wells and orbs and the good stuff for your team. So how does this all work whilst in game? So what you want to do is you go up to something, you punch them, that will then generate a well. That well will then proc Charge of Light, which will then proc Striking Light. Combine that with the aspect that when you get amped and you get rapid kills, that will also generate Orbs of Power for your team. That with Striking Light will just be printing out Orbs of Power for you and your team. Combine that with the SKULLFORT, so whenever you kill something with a melee, it will give you your melee back and it will also give you a bit of life. Not to mention that the wells that you're also picking up will amplify the damage of your melees, so 9 times out of 10 you'll one-shot a yellow bar enemy with the wells procced as well, so it's pretty mental. So to go over the synergy of the build, essentially the Striking Light will generate orbs of power for your team. Your amplified kills will also generate orbs of power for your teams. Whenever you kill something with a melee, it will generate a well, which essentially keeps you always charge of light, which means you can always just keep printing these orbs of power. With a combination of Juggernaut, Striking Light and the resistance modifier that you get from one of the aspects, you are just a tonky boy, and it's a really fun game to play. It won't take you into harder content, but medium to I suppose 1570 stuff, you'll just be running around having fun with it really, which is 80% of my gameplay anyhow. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and yeah, please like and subscribe, and hope to catch you on the next build video that I release. Peace out and have a good one. Yeah.